Well, if you missed last night's presidential debate, it went like this. Mr. President, you did something bad and we'd like you to apologize. They're eating the cats. They're eating people's pets. Fact check. We looked into this with the city manager of Springfield and there are no reports of cats being eaten. So, Madam Vice President, who are you wearing? Oh girl, you know I like to keep it real with this Tiffany earring. Last night's debate, if one can call it that, was actually an inquisition where Trump was being grilled and Kamala Harris was watching in the corner. Early on, Harris was noticeably nervous, but she soon found out she'd only be lobbed softballs, which she could also defer with standard talking points.
My plan is to give a $50,000 tax deduction.
And please take note of that clicking sound in her voice, indicative of dehydration.
Which is to provide a tax cut for billionaires.
But former President Trump was demanded yes or no answers. The bias from moderators David Muir and Linsey Davis I did not personally see coming. I expected them to play this fairly straight. CNN actually set a high bar. While Donald Trump was cut off with fact checks, Kamala Harris was able to tie Donald Trump to Project 25, say that he's against IVF when he has repeatedly said he would even subsidize it, and flagrantly misquote bloodbath and good people on both sides. Two statements that have been debunked. But the moderators didn't want to say anything about that, no. Both sides got in their jabs, people being bored and exhausted, that's why they're leaving your rallies early. Oh, but Donald Trump didn't let her do it. I'm speaking. No, he jumped in. Oh yeah, and I'm talking now. Does that sound familiar? Which I almost think Tulsi Gabbard told him to say that, right? Like, hey, she's going to come in. She has a catchphrase. She's going to try to use it. If you can reverse it, put it on her first, she's not going to get to pull it off. And that is probably why the Harris team actually wants a second debate, so that she can be speaking. This is so very calculated right after the debate. Oh, Tay comes in. I watched the debate and, well, now I got to say that I support Kamala Harris. Me, he. But who didn't see that coming, right? Look, I don't know if the average viewer understands the level of media bias over there at ABC. Top guy, I think he actually introduced Kamala Harris to her husband. They also have George Stephanopoulos, who ran interference for Bill Clinton. I expected more out of David Muir, but hey, puppets who are on the payroll will do as they're told. Being that this was a 3-on-1 beatdown, Donald Trump fared pretty well, and I hope more people realize just how hard the media is against him. Did they ever bring up his assassination attempt? Any kind of talking point that could make him look good, personable? No, Now, he was demanded to apologize, and it was even up to Donald Trump to bring up the lack of abortion restrictions. What you gonna do? It's 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. Which Kamala Harris did not even try to address. Did this debate change your mind on either candidate? Unlikely. People have decided who they're voting for long ago. In fact, people are already doing their mail-in ballots. Typically, these debates are set up so that each side can say they won. Now, Donald Trump's team is not saying they won. It's appropriate enough that they're saying that it was a fix. Oh, and a little bit of an update here. So I was a little too soon on my exposing of Styx Hexhammer 666. He got handsy with a broad during his live reaction coverage of the debate, noted to be not his wife. So, yeah, he took that video down, but clips remain. So we're at the part of the video where I have to beg you to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, because subscribe doesn't really account to anything other than YouTube might someday send me a plaque.